Hello, sorry, I was finishing the meeting. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, can they see my screen? No, they can't, right? Oh my god. How
No,
do I
but they
turn
can
it?
hear you.
Hello? Are we on? Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody, and we are about to start. Thank you for coming to the Crazy Competition for Infants game webinar. In this webinar, we're going to be explaining how the games will be played and how they're going to occur. So yeah, let's move on to our introductions. First off, my name is Ivan Haas, and I'm the district treasurer. I go to Cal State Fullerton. I'm a film major, and my favorite part of Crazy Competition for Infants, or my favorite memory, is underestimating jump rope. And it's not just me. It's pretty much everybody. Everybody always thinks it's going to be like the easiest game, but it's one of the ones that causes the most trouble to people. So it's always fun to see that. And yeah, let's move on to the next person.
Hello, my name is Calvin. I'm the CK North chair, and I attend UC Santa Cruz. I'm a bio major, and my favorite Crazy Comp memory is bonding with my club over jump rope because it was so difficult. We just had a really good time messing up, but having fun at the same time over it.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvette. I'm your CKI South chair. I go to Cal State Fullerton. I'm also a bio major, and my favorite Crazy Comp memory is carrying on our club's traditions every year. So Cal State Fullerton, we wear bandanas every year, and we also have, we use war paint on our faces.
Okay, so we are going to go to the first game, or the first game in the playbook, which is Fill Up the Cauldron. So as you guys know, or hopefully you know, the theme for this, for Crazy Comp is magic. So most of the games have some kind of shout out, I guess, to magic. And that's why it's Fill Up the Cauldron, you know, because cauldron and witches, and yeah, so fun. So Fill Up the Cauldron is super easy. The full team plays in this one. And it is everybody in the team stands in a straight line with a blindfold. And the person in front wets the towel into the bucket with water. And then they pass it back to the person behind them. And then they wring it into another bucket until it fills a certain level. So we're going to play a little video here to show you. It's super straightforward. And yeah, let's play the video.
Okay, and for the next game, it's going to be a goblet relay, and in place of goblets, we're going to be using plastic cups. And so this relay, you'll need 5 team members. The first player will need to build a pyramid out of the cups. The second player will have to collapse this pyramid line up the 5 cups at the edge of the table. Third player will have to blow up a balloon to knock off the cups from the table. And the fourth person will alternate a stack of cups one at a time to get the odd colored cup to the top. And the fifth player will land a cup into the cups on the ground. And here is a video of just a short video of these games. And just a clarification for the fourth player, there is going to be one different colored cup within that stack, and you'll be having to get that one all the way to the top.
Okay, so the next game we're going to talk about is the magical jump rope. This is the game that appears at every crazy competition. It's going to be the same rules as all the years before. So the first thing's going to happen is the first jumper is going to jump in and make 3 consecutive successful jumps. And after that, the second jumper is going to jump in and they're going to do 3 consecutive jumps. So it's going to continue until the fourth jumper is in. And then once the fourth jumper does there are 3 successful consecutive jumps, the counting will begin by the judges. And so if the team were to mess up, then we would have to start this over. So jumper 1 would jump in, make 3 successful consecutive jumps, and then so on and so on. So here's the video just to show that. So this is player 1 jumping in, player 2 jumping in, then player 3, and then I'll say player 4. And so then this is where the counting will begin. But yeah, so magical jump rope is very straightforward, just like the years before.
Okay, so moving on to the next game. Okay. Yeah, it's giant tic-tac-toe, and it's pretty straightforward. There's well, you'll understand a little bit more on the video, but it's essentially the whole team plays, and there is each team has 3 towels or rags or something of a specific color, and whoever gets the straight line first wins. It's just like tic-tac-toe, but the thing is that the teams are set up far away, not far away, but a distance away from the hoops, and there'll be hula hoops, and they have to run up, throw the towel, and then run back. And when they run back, the other person runs up, throws the other towel, and successively like that until somebody wins. And whoever wins the most in a specific amount of time wins the game, essentially. So we'll show you the video, and it's really simple. You'll understand it, and yeah. So let's see. So like you saw there, you can either win immediately or you can readjust if there is no straight line at first. Like the next person, so after the third one, the next person would run, grab the rag or the towel, and move it to another place to try to win. And the game continues until there is a winner for that round.
Okay, and so the next game is the Enchanted Relay. This relay will need 6 players, and so the first player is going to move a golf ball across the field. Second player is going to transport a ping pong ball between their knees across the field and drop it into a cup. The third player will run with a plastic egg on a spoon across the field and drop it into a cup. The fourth and fifth players will work together and push a ball with their head, wheelbarrow style, across the field. And then the sixth player will be putting on pantyhose with tennis ball inside of it onto their head and run across to knock down 3 cups on the other side. And so the video will give you a better visualization of how these games will be played. Oops. So here's moving the golf ball. This one is moving the ping pong ball. This one is the plastic egg. This is the wheelbarrow to move the ball. And then this is the pantyhose. And for moving the golf ball across the field, you can only use the golf club, so you can't use your feet or use your hands to move it. Same goes with pushing the ball across the field. You can only use your head and not your hands or feet. And if you happen to drop the ping pong ball or the plastic egg within any of those time, like going across the field, then just pick it up and start from where you are and continue.
Okay, so the next game is called Test Your Wisdom. This game is very similar to Steal the Bacon. We are going to be having the PTP workshop just like we did last year before this, and if we do have time, we'll be playing this game. So for this game, 2 teams will be lined up face-to-face on opposite sides of the field, and there will be an object in the middle. And each team member will be given a number, depending on how many team members there are. And so the judges will be calling out a random number, and so the person with that number will run to the middle, grab the object, and if they grab it first, then they get to answer a question related to Circle K, maybe related to random stuff, but most likely related to Circle K or PTP. And so then if they don't get it right, then the next person will get to answer the question. And the game continues until the time runs out, and points will be given by the correct number of questions answered. So we can play the video. There's no video for this, but as you can see in the picture, it's really straightforward. Just running to the middle, grabbing the object, and answering a question.
This is an opportunity for extra points. It says there. It's called the Charming Photo Challenge, and this is something you do throughout the whole event. So there's no specific round for it. It's whenever you can find time for it, and that's why it's extra points. So you have here the points that you would have to do, and it's, for example, like spell out team using only your bodies. Take a photo with, in this case, the district treasurer. Take a photo with either Crazy Comp Chair. Record a video of your team battling each other like wizards, given that the theme is magic. If you come up with a team cheer, record a team cheer. Reenact a scene from a fairy tale. This could be any fairy tale that you like. And it doesn't have to be obviously exact because we don't have the resources for that. But you can do it in your own version. It does have to be somewhat PG, family friendly. You can create a team pose and take a photo of that. Record your team making up a new spell with a description, so what that spell would do and stuff like that. Record a magic trick. So if anybody in your team can do a magic trick, you can record that and it'll count for points as well. If you cannot do a magic trick, you can look one up, try to learn it, try to do it. So even if it doesn't necessarily work, it still counts for points towards you. But you actually have to try. And the last one is take an Instagram-worthy photo of your food. So it doesn't matter what the food is, but the food that will be given on site, you have to make it look Instagram-worthy, and that will count for points. So the rules are that there has to be at least 4 members in the photo or the video, and there's 1 point for the photo challenges and 2 points for the video challenges. So this can help you as well out through in the point system to get to the next rounds.
Okay, so now we're moving on to open floor. We're going to be answering some questions that you guys have regarding these games. So ask away.
Okay, so I'm just going to mention something for the semifinal and final games. Those are surprises, so they are released on site, and so we won't be discussing them here today. It's just to give everybody equal opportunity as to those games, and yeah, so it'll be a surprise for all of you if you're planning on playing. But if there's any other questions about any of the games, any concerns that you have or anything like that, we can discuss that.
Casey asked, will we be finding out by email if we're chosen to be a judge or what game we're chosen for to judge? Yes, there should be an email coming out around Tuesday regarding what games you will be judging for Crazy Comp.
So Katrina asked, where do we sign in? On the next slide, there will be a tiny URL link, and you can sign in there.
Oh, sorry, just to clarify, for if you were chosen to be judges, sorry, that was only for CKI North for now.
CKI South judges will be emailed next week with their games and letting them know they'll be judges.
Yes.
Any other questions about the games? I mean, they're pretty straightforward, but better ask now so you are prepared for the day of.
So Christine asked if, but how to turn in photos or videos for the Charming Photo Challenge. So there will be judges specifically for that game that you can come up to, and they'll judge the those submissions.
So Dylan asked, will I have fun? I believe you will have fun. we have a lot planned for you guys, and we put a lot of work into it to make the games really fun. So hopefully you guys have a really great time, and are really excited about it. Look out for a promo video and the game video coming out hopefully by tomorrow.
Something that we have that we will mention now is that there's also awards, not only for first, second, and third place, but also for like best cheer, best costume, best team costume, and stuff like that. So also keep that in mind when you're doing, when you're preparing for the event. If a team is short a teammate, will we be adding on-site attendees to that team? If possible, yes. So if there's any person that shows up without a team that wants to be in a team, and if there is a team that can still take people, then yes, it will be added to that team. So yes, that will happen. The teams can be filled, but it's not necessarily that it will happen, because it's possible that either we will run out of people that are looking for teams, or people will just already have a team. And that was a question asked by Joe. So also it goes the other way. If anybody is planning on attending but doesn't have a team, you can show up and we will find a team for you as well. So. We'll give 1 more minute for questions, and if no more come up, then we'll just move on to the next slide.
If you are signed up to be a judge, you will need to be at the event at 8:40, at least for 8:45. At 8:45, we will be doing some last-minute delegations for the judges on the games and anything that may change.
Jacob, we will be releasing the final and semi-final games on site. It is a surprise for everybody, but yes, you will know those games the day of the event. I don't want to mispronounce your name. Is it Joan? Maybe, hopefully. So she asks, UCLA is on the quarter system, which means that our first general meeting is this Thursday, and since early registration is due Friday, that doesn't give us much time to recruit members to sign up. Well, we're giving essentially the same amount of time for both North and South. Actually, North had a little bit less time to turn in their stuff. So regarding payment and paperwork, not necessarily, unless your school is willing to cover costs up front and then get paid by the members attending. So let's say that, I don't know, I'm just estimating right now, that you usually send, let's say, 20 people, right? You could cover their costs, and then when you take their payment, you reintroduce it into your budget, kind of thing. So your school would be covering them to make sure that you do have the early registration up for them. But as for anything you can do to extend time, we can't really do that since the event is the week after, and that's the earliest the payment can be accepted. If you're in that situation, you can send the waivers on site. The payment, though, has to be sent in on time. So it's only if you're a court assistant starting in late September. Hopefully that answers your question. If it didn't, you can contact me. We'll have a contact information slide in a little bit. You can contact me, and I'll make sure to answer it again. So yeah, that is it for questions, unless anybody has anything else. Just write it down before we adjourn or before we conclude the webinar. So here's our contact information. It's been being posted in the comments as well, so make sure to sign in on the link. And our contact information is there. You can either email us or text us, and we'll answer your questions to the best of our ability. Aside from that, that is pretty much it. So thank you everybody for watching, and hope to see you guys at your respective crazy competitions. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, thank you so much.